let's talk about my January TBR for a minute. I'm going to walk you through the books that I know for sure I'm going to be reading in January, and then we're going to pull from my TBR jar to figure out the rest of the reads for the month. This past year, this jar was completely filled with papers, and I have ruthlessly culled out the books that are not my top priority. So, all of the papers in here should be top priority reads that I want to get to in 2026. So, first, let's talk about what I will be reading for sure in January. And I am currently reading, I'm not very far into it, but I am currently reading Outlaw Planet by M.R. Carey. This is a science fiction novel about Bess, who is a sharpshooter, and she is single handedly saving multiple worlds across the multiverse. And then I'm going to be reading the new Wayward Children book from Shannon McGuire. This is book number 11 in the Wayward Children series, and this series follows kids who find a fantasy portal, kind of like Narnia, and they go to a world that feels like it should be their home. And usually, through some heartbreaking event, they get sent back to where they came from, and they have to figure out how to adjust in the normal world when they know there's this fantasy world out there for them. So there is a school for wayward children where they come together and they try to figure out how to navigate life. Some of these are set in the school, and some of them are set in the worlds that the kids go through the portal door. And I believe this one, which is called Through the Gates of Garnet and Gold, and this one is set in one of the portal worlds. I'm really looking forward to reading this one. It is a January tradition. I would love for this series to last forever. And then I'm also going to be reading Blood on Her Tongue by Johanna Van Veen. This is the January read along pick for the Horror Spotlight Discord that I run with my friend Lori. You are welcome to join us. I'll leave a link in the description below. I really enjoyed Johanna Van Veen's My Darling Darkest Thing. It was beautifully written. It was very, very dark. I don't know much about Blood on Her Tongue other than it's vampires, but that's probably all you really need to know going into a vampire story. Let's pull a few books out of the TBR jar. I'm going to start with pulling a fantasy pick because I don't really have any big chunky fantasy on the docket for January. So I'm going to go with this one, which is, oh, The Priory of the Orange Tree. I have actually tried to read Priory before. You can see with my annotations, I probably got about this far in, and I was just not in a place where I could focus on a story like this. So let's give this another try in January. That's Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. Okay, let's also pull a horror book out of here. Should probably show it to you first. I don't know if you can even see them though. Oh, When the Wolf Comes Home. Okay, hold on. I was really hoping to read this during spooky season last year, and I just did not get to it. And now I am really curious because I'm not only seeing this on best of the year list for 2025, but I'm also seeing it on worst of the year list. So I'm really curious on where I'm going to fall, and I'm so glad that I picked this one. Now let's draw a science fiction in case I have time to make it to one more sci-fi in the month of January. And I have pulled, sorry again if you cannot read this, I will, the, the Echo of Worlds. Oh my gosh, that is such a wild pick. Okay, let me grab that real quick. Okay, the Echo of Worlds is the second half of the Pandemonium duology by M.R. Carey. And the book that I said I was reading right now, Outlaw Planet, this is set in the universe of the Pandemonium. So I'm going to finish reading Outlaw Planet, and then I will jump into finishing the duology with the Echo of Worlds. Wow, that is so wild that that happened. Okay, I am very excited about my January TBR. I hope you subscribe and stick around while I read these. And let me know if you are excited about any of these, if you have read any of these. What will you be reading in January? Let me know. And while you're down there, please give this video a like, and I will talk to you soon.